Hello everybody! Did you know that there are all sorts of hidden little locations all throughout Disney World? Today we're going to show you some of those hidden gems, those little hidden locations here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I feel like a lot of people walk through the Disney parks are sort of headed between attraction to attraction or restaurant to restaurant, but they don't see all the really cool little interesting hidden away little details, hidden locations where you can kind of chill and relax. So we're going to go around, we're going to show you all the top hidden locations here in Animal Kingdom today, so let's go. So let's start off with just an easy one that probably a lot of people have maybe seen, but not everybody. And that's right here in the entrance of Animal Kingdom. So right when you start to come up the hill, there's actually kind of a nice little tucked away hidden area, which I'm walking through right now. So let's take a look at it. Right in this center section when you're coming up the hill, at Animal Kingdom, there's this little walkway here that kind of bridges the two different sides of Animal Kingdom, that entryway. And there's actually an iguana over there, but I really want to show you this cool little like bridge over here with a little waterfall. It's like a really pretty location, pretty good for pictures and things like that. And this cool little bridge takes you into this cave. Check this out. And there's actually some little benches that you can hang out right here. And then if you arc it over to the left, you'll see, boom, we're at the very entrance. You can see the Tree of Life right here. So I think a lot of people somehow miss that cool little like cave right there and bridge. It's actually kind of a shortcut too, so if it's getting pretty crowded, people are leaving or entering on the left or right, you can kind of cut through there. The next tucked away little hidden location at Animal Kingdom is actually right in plain sight, and it's sort of in the very middle of the park and somewhere that you think most people would know about. But surprisingly, I don't think a lot of people do know. And it's right here by Flame Tree Barbecue. This is one of the larger quick service locations in the park to grab some quick food. But where the location is, the hidden location I want to show you is actually behind the restaurant. There's this really cool spot back here that I want to show you. That again, I don't think a lot of people know about. Usually when I come back here, there's almost no one here. I mean, just look how cool it is back here already, and we've barely even gotten in here. Check this out right here. Now this is a great place to eat. So if you've got your food, come back here and grab a spot right here on this little table. Look at this view. We've actually seen an alligator in that water once before. It was the first alligator we ever saw inside Disney World. But check out this view. You can actually even catch kite tails from here if you're just kind of hanging out during a kite tail show. You can actually watch the whole show from right here. But there's more to this area than just that. You can see down there's a nice little shady spot, and again a nice hangout spot where you can eat. It's a covered spot, so like for example this is kind of covered in shade from the trees and stuff, but this is an actual covered location, and again you have a great view. You can watch kite tails from here. It's a nice place to kind of grab a bite to eat and sit. But then as you come further over here, take a look at this cool sort of waterscape that they've got here. I mean, isn't that neat? Look, there's a turtle right there. But look how cool this is. This whole area back here, but look how empty it is. Like you can tell that like not a lot of people know that this is back here or use this space. There's just a handful of people out here, and it's dinner time right now, which means a lot of people are getting food. And so you would think this would be a super popular area and popular place, but people don't know it's here. Because I think it's so secluded back here and there's no real obvious entrance to it that a lot of people just don't know it's here. Now we're sort of in the back area now. We're all the way to the very back of this location. So there's actually no entrance or exit right here in front of us. This is just sort of water. It's a little river. Like you can actually see some of the kite tail stuff over here. And just nobody comes back here. So this is not just a cool place to eat, but like if you just need to relax, get away from the people for a little bit. Again, it's all nice and sheltered and covered here because it gets really hot in the animal kingdom. Like it gets so hot. So like finding a nice place to kind of cool off, relax, take a breather, maybe even fall asleep in the chair and take a quick nap, or maybe your children are taking naps in their strollers. This is a great place to get. You got this nice soft music playing. There's not a lot of loud hoopla around you. No one's here. This is a fantastic spot for just kind of hanging out and relaxing. Now the next one I want to show you is right here behind me. It's the Tough to Be a Bug exit. And you're probably thinking, yeah, we know where the Tough to Be a Bug exit is. It's kind of obvious because it's the exit of the ride. But what's actually interesting that I think a lot of people don't know and they don't see this is there's actually an exit to the left from Tough to Be a Bug. So when you come out of Tough to Be a Bug, everyone goes to the right. And it does say please exit to the right. So the majority of people probably go up to the right because that's where it says to go. But if you turn left out of Tough to Be a Bug's exit, you get an entirely different experience and it takes you to a location that most people have probably never seen. So this is the left path. If you head out of Tough to Be a Bug, go to the left, you come across this area. And again, it's just kind of a nice, like secluded. The waterfall, interestingly enough, is not coming down right now. Normally there's a giant waterfall that comes straight down here. It's pretty loud. But there's this little cavern back here. And again, this can be a good spot if you're wanting to kind of get out of the crowd of the exit of Tough to Be a Bug. If you just go to the left, there will be nobody going this way. And just kind of check out the view that you actually get from this exit side. It's really pretty over here. They got a lot of like florals and garden stuff. And then they actually have the Tree of Life right here. This is a great picture opportunity. We've actually covered this in our top 5 photo spots in Animal Kingdom. It's right actually back here. Because again, a lot of people don't know about it. I don't know why the waterfall's not running right now. I don't know if it's being refurbed or they're just saving water. I'm not sure what's going on because that makes it look even more beautiful back here and gives you that sort of like water ambient noise. I'm getting a little bit of that ambient noise from that waterfall over there. But this is just such a cool location back here. And there actually are some animals back here. If you come back here and take a look. Now, sometimes the animals will come and go. Usually there's like a tortoise back here, like there's these big giant Galapagos tortoises. I don't know if they're back here today because sometimes they're gone, but there's a few different animals back here. So this is just such a cool spot. I just feel like a lot of people miss this location. Yeah, it looks like all the tortoises are gone. It says they're out foraging. Be back soon. Here's an example of one of those animals I talked about that's back here in this trail, the cotton-top tamarin. Look how cute that little guy is. Again, this is a great shortcut that I don't think a lot of people know about that can take you from over by sort of the Flame Tree Barbecue area over there, straight over here to Africa, or even right here by Starbucks at Creature Comforts. So it's just a really nice way to kind of cut that path off without having to go through the whole center area over there where it's really crowded by the Tree of Life. It's a nice spot and it's nice and shady back here and it's cool stuff to look at. This right behind me is probably one of my favorite hidden sort of tucked away locations that people really don't know about. Or maybe you've walked past this and seen this Tree of Life garden sign dozens of times, but not actually gone back there to check it out and see what it is. Let's go take a look because this is one of the coolest spots in all of Animal Kingdom. I love this spot because not only is there cool wildlife back here, for example, there's a giant catfish usually down in this water. Let's see if we can catch a glimpse of him somewhere. Oh, there he is. Check him out. He's a monster. Look at that bad boy. And then as you continue down this path, you'll actually come across the kangaroos up here on the right. But again, I think another really cool aspect of this is it's very secluded. There's usually not hardly anybody back here. And it's really good photo opportunities for the Tree of Life again. They have all these sort of like wooden carvings along the side. Look at that lobster right there. And right here's the kangaroo pen that I was talking about. I don't see any kangaroos out there at the moment, but usually they're hanging out right back here in the back, so you get like the most up close and personal view of the kangaroos, because that's kind of like the normal viewing area on the complete opposite side over by the Tree of Life. And so most people look at them, but they're like way back here and you can't see them that well. If you come back here, you can actually see them really well because they tend to hang out in the back. And then this is the main event right here. Look at this view of the Tree of Life. Like, you're literally basically touching the Tree of Life at this point. We're so close to it. You can kind of walk right up to it. I'm just gonna put my hand on this bird's head right here. But we're literally right at the Tree of Life, and there's so many great photo opportunities right here in this space. Plus, check out this cool sort of cavern back here with this awesome waterfall. It's just such a cool spot back here. I really love it. I like hanging out back here. There's a few more animals usually over here to the right. I'll let you know if I see any. But again, this whole area back here, this whole path, I feel like people just don't know it exists. And the exit to the other side of this Tree of Life garden actually takes you over by the exit to Tough to Be a Bug. Some more really cool views from this area. And let's see if any of the animals, ooh, I don't see the lemurs. They're usually hanging out back here, somewhere on these ropes, anywhere in this area, but I don't see them out right now. But again, this is kind of a cool animal spot. And one of my favorite things is, of course, you can see my favorite animal right there, my spirit animal, none other than the manatee. How cute is the manatee? Let's head over to Africa now for our next location. And I bet nobody's seen this one before. We're here. All right. We are in Africa. Doesn't look very Africa-like though, does it? So I want to know, where are we at? I wonder if anybody's been here. Has anybody ever seen this before? This doesn't feel very Africa-y. You know, I like to just add the Y on the end of words and make new words. Well, we are here outside of Harambe Market, just right around the corner there. So let's take a look. Right here in Africa, you can see Harambe Market straight ahead there, which they have delicious food there. Yum, I'm hungry, but it's not open because it's dinner time. And right here, on your way to Asia, and Yak and Yeti over there, right in between here is this little path that I bet nobody has ever gone down this path before who's watching this video. So I'm curious, comment below because I want to know, have you been on this path? Have you seen this? Did you know this was here? Isn't this awesome back here? Check this out. I mean, definitely doesn't feel like it's Africa. I mean, technically this path is sort of heading towards Asia. And so I could say that, you know, it feels more like part of Asia than Africa with all these like palm branches and stuff, but how cool is this place? And then look back here. There's a place to kind of hang out, recharge, relax. It's covered. There's some fans up there. So it's a nice spot to just kind of hang out, chill, relax. And you have a really good view of the Tree of Life over here. Well, I wouldn't say really good view, but I mean, you can see it. So how cool is this? All right, come on now. Like, be honest. Now, that was a cool find, right? Like, you've never seen that. Like, you're lying if you're telling me you've seen that before. That is a cool little path over there. And it's relaxing, and there's a place to sit. It's not just kind of a walk-through path. Like, there's actually a place to just kind of chill and hang out. I want to head to our next location now, which is actually a really good photo spot. Again, we have covered this particular location in our top 5 photo locations in Animal Kingdom, but I want to show it to you because, again, I don't think a lot of people know that this little place is here, and it's a great spot for photos. Okay, right here, you can see this little waterfall. See that path up there? That's where we just were in our last location. So we were up there in that greenery up there, back in the jungle. But right across from it is this little walkway. And you're probably wondering, where does this mysterious little walkway go? Like, you probably have never been down here either, right? I mean, let me know in the comments. I want to know, like, have you been down this little path? Have you seen this little thing? So there's not a whole lot to do down here. It's just kind of a little bubble, a little walled in bubble right here. But the reason I like this location is because check this out. Look at that view. Now that is an awesome photo opportunity. Right? I mean, this is so cool. Right? Like, check out this photo spot. How cool is this? It's pretty cool. Now, the location behind me is probably the most well-known or most obvious hidden location because it's an actual attraction that's on the actual map. It's Maharaja Jungle Trek. So you're probably wondering, why am I putting this on the list of hidden locations? It's because I feel like nobody actually ever does this. They see Maharaja Jungle Trek, but they just kind of pass it over, and I feel like it is such an awesome place back here, such an awesome experience, that it's kind of a hidden gem, a hidden location, because nobody does it, I feel like. So let's go run in there and take a look real quick, because I want to show you why this is like one of the most obvious things that's in the park, and yet nobody really does it. So let's take a look at it. Check that thing out. How cool is that? Not only is it really cool back here, but there are also some really cool animals that you can find. Like that beast back there, that kimono dragon. They can run up to 13 miles an hour. 13 miles an hour, that's pretty fast. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this is not my favorite part of the Maharaja Jungle Trek. And I usually just kind of skip by it because I do not really like bats. Oh, look, Candy's going in there. She always goes in there. Ooh, I'm not going in. There's windows in there. Do you see that? See those windows right there? There's no netting on them at all, which means the bats can get in there. So I tend to go around the safe way. See right here? This way to close-up view of the bats. Those not wishing to see bats go this way. That's gonna be me. However, there is a window over here where you can actually see the bats when they are out. And this is kind of a nice little safe space right here for you to kind of look at them from afar with this nice little mesh right here. So you don't actually have to go in that room where they can fly all around you and get in your hair. I'm gonna pass on that. I always look through the window. Look at this. Check out this awesome Bengal tiger. I mean, that's such a great view of it too. There are a lot of great photo opportunities back here, and again, there's just not a lot of people back here. You can kind of tell. I mean, there's nobody back here. Oh, check this out. Look at this view. Again, there's just so many cool photo opportunities back here. And just the scenery, everything back here just looks so neat. I love it. Look at that little guy. It's cute. Okay, there's a lot of birds in here. A lot of birds. A lot of birds flying around. Whoa. Wow. Some of them almost just literally hit me in the head when they flew by. Look how cool it is back here. This is just such a neat area. Check out that thing up there. That's huge. I don't think you can, okay, you can't really get the scale of it in the video, but it's almost as big as my body. And it's on that busted little branch right there. Our last hidden location, it's not super hidden, but again, I feel like it's the road least traveled. And it's back here by the Lion King show. And it's sort of this like alternate path that takes you over to Pandora. Again, I feel like nobody ever takes this path. It's like rarely ever used. Every time we come back here, there's nobody back here. And it's like a really nice, quiet area to just kind of hang out, check out some of the scenery. What does everybody think about this path? Like, did you know this path was here? Do you feel like this is a well-known location? But again, I mean, just look. Like, how many people are back here? It's us and like 3 other people. So again, I just don't feel like people ever come back here. And it's always so quiet back here. I feel like they just need like a couple of benches right here. And this would be like a really cool place to just hang out, relax, listen to sort of like the animal sounds and the bugs and the wind and the water. It's just kind of a cool space. Why do you think nobody uses this path?
I don't think people know about it.
Like, yeah, like why do you think that's it? Like just nobody knows it's here?
I don't think people think they can get here from Africa. I don't know. There's no signs that say that.
Yeah.
Or is there?
I think there might be some that they're like hit and not really like obvious. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand why. There's just never, I mean, just look behind me. There's just never anybody on this path. And it takes you right to Pandora from Africa. So, towards the tail end of the path, there is a couple of places to sit and hang out. But that's really right when you get into Pandora. So, there's just, I don't really get it. There's just nobody ever on that path. There's nothing, I mean, like I said, I do feel like they should put some seating or something back there on that path. Maybe more people would go back there and just kind of hang out. So there you have it. There's all the top hidden locations, sort of like little hidden gems, tucked away spots within Animal Kingdom that I just feel like people miss out on. Honestly, even we, like I forget about them, even myself sometimes. We come here a lot. I just think it's neat to find all these like nooks and crannies. We're going to do some of the other parks too, because there's a lot of places in some of the other parks. I feel like Animal Kingdom is like one that has a lot of really cool, just like hangout spots that nobody knows about and nobody hangs out in. They're just empty. And you really do need places to relax and cool down in Animal Kingdom because it's so hot here. Like I'm melting, and it's like night, almost nighttime. If you know of any spots that we missed, any locations that you feel like we did not cover, maybe you have a few hidden locations, either in this park or other parks, comment below and let us know, because we want to check them out and make sure we include them in our other videos. But until we see you again tomorrow for another awesome episode, thanks again for joining us the Noble Way.
It's the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.